Well, hello, my happy mad scrappers. I am back with the next installment. We're down to the wire, folks. We're almost there. Out of 14, 14. This now, I think, makes 13 of 14. It's been rough. I'm not telling you, I am pretty darn tootin' sleep deprived here. But I have stayed to my commitment of making this happen. And I will stay committed. Or I might be committed. One of the things, you know, it's all good, no matter what. But I come to you with my little friend here from Dancing Hearts. I wanted to make her last year and I didn't, so I'm making her this year. So what's going to happen is next year I'm going to make the ones that I wanted to make this year that I didn't make it. It's all good, guys, because the point is, if we buy these, we want to use them. When we use them, sooner better than later. And hopefully what I want to come back, and I'm going to try to keep this in my mind next year, is to come back and revisit ones that I already have and show you guys that, hey, we can take old stuff and make cool new stuff with it. Okay, so right now this is a cool old thing that's still available. I'm positive this is still available. So if you guys want to, she's too cute to not have, so I'm all for having her. So I'm going to get started. So we have here a lot of this I can do off of scrap paper, which is even better. Okay, when I can do that. Although I do have to cut, I literally am running out of white cards. I've used up so much of it that I will, after these series, I'm going to have to buckle down and go on a card-based cutting spree and cut up a bunch of cards. And I have none. I used up all of my panels. So I have to cut up some panels just to do this card. So what I'm going to do first is go ahead, because we're going to emboss the background. On this one, it isn't embossed, but yeah, no, I can't do that. So I've been dying to use this folder, and this is actually, it's from early this year. So at least, no, excuse me, this is last year. This is the embossing folder from January 22. So you can see how I sit on stuff around here. But we're going to emboss white card panels with that, but I need to cut out, on this, I like the look here of the little tiny thin pink. So I've got pink, I've got white for the panels. I've already got my card bases cut up. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is cut these up first. And actually, I may just do all the die cutting. You guys know how to cut this out, or I may set it up and then cut them all up, whichever, because everything else, fortunately for me, I can cut out of just scraps I've had used from other projects. So let me go ahead and get this all cut up, and then I'll be right back. Okay, talk to you in a minute. All right, party people. I have decided before I start in on the rest of my die cutting spree, I already got my panels cut out. We're going to go on a stamping spree, because you know that is my new normal. I know we have learned to hate that term, but for me, this is very appropriate and really, and it's a new habit, at least a good habit I'm trying to create amongst all the bad habits that I have. And that is to do all my stamping first while the cards are still flat. So we're going to start by stamping our sentiment, and I'm just keeping it simple because it's late. And I'm not going to sit here and go through complicated stampings. It's a Valentine's card. So let's get real here, okay? So I'm just going to go, and this is from Elizabeth Craft. So this one is, Love Sentiments, okay? I don't know if it's still available or not, but this is one I have had for a minute. Oh my goodness, there we go. And it is really stuck. So yeah, and it's photopolymer, which is why it's really stuck. Photopolymer is a very sticky stamp, but it's part of the properties that makes it a good stamp, because the ink sticks to it too. And I have, as I've been doing with a lot of these Valentine's cards, I'm taking advantage, and I've been inking them up red, because that's how I roll. So we're going to very quickly just I'm going to stamp the inside of my card. And let's see, oh, where's Mini-Me? Mini-Me now has a new spot in my desk drawer now, just to simplify my desk. And what I have learned, I would rather, on any stamp, whether I'd rather just hit it multiple times than go bad, over ink on the first try. So I think with one more and we should be good. Let's beat that up a little bit so I can get enough ink on it. And there we go. We're calling that good. I like it. It's kind of an openy. I said I want to press because I don't think it's an issue of pressing. I think it's just an issue of the stamp. But yeah, we're going to call that good. What I'm going to do is stamp all 4 and then come back and we'll do the back of the card. Be right back. Alrighty, people, I am back far later than you guys think, but it is what it is. I'm going to try to, I'm down to the last 2. We're going to try to make it. It's going to be 14 and 14. I didn't say how it was going to work out. It's not the way I had originally planned, but let's get this done. So I've already die cut my little heart out on this card. So when I organize this in my little box, all these little pieces, and all these are spare parts because I knocked a bunch off the desk and I'm like, oh my gosh, I finally found a bunch of them, but it's another story. But I did finish. Okay, so this card is all stamped up. We got our inside stamped already. We got our backside stamped already. And we are ready to put this. Now, mind you, what I did cut, I do what I traditionally do with my pieces. And I die cut a bunch of these out, people. So I got all the heart. And I have spares of the little heart faces. And I cut out a boatload of these Happy Valentine's days. So because that's what you do with extra parts. So I'm going to save these. But I'm doing this one because I'm not happy with that size. So at least for the sample, I'm going to go with what I really originally wanted, which is just a little bit inside of the line. So we're going to go ahead and see this card is, again, and boy, I'm insanely careful about these cards. And I'm still, I am so frustrated. Tell me, am I the only one that gets frustrated with the fact that these things are not squaring off? You think you got it. And then there seems to be always this little piece. So let's see. Did I catch it now? I still haven't caught it. I have to literally, I think, because it's not flushing, I have to like literally stick it out a little tiny smidge, and that will probably do it. Because it's visual. I can see it. Hence, it bothers me. That will probably do it now. There we go. Got it. Sorry about that. So, and that was it. That's all it took. But I could see it. I knew it was there. So I'm going to set this aside because we're going to be embossing in one moment. But let's go ahead and stick this pink panel down. I like in the sample that it's, in the packaging sample, I like that I probably stuck too close to it because I liked it. I've differentiated a little tiny bit with the background because it's very plain. It's just flat out. And I'm pretty sure our little heart friend here is still available. I'll Spellbinder, so I'll look for it. And if it is, I will link you in the description down below, description box below, like I always do. But I think it is, because I think I could be wrong, okay? Because I've had this one for a bit, and I bought it on sale or on clearance or something like that. I mean, it took me a while to get around to it. It kept coming up, and heck, I'm going to finally get it. So I did. So it may have been more recently. I don't remember. Okay, so we've got that down exactly how I wanted it. Little tiny bit of edge. Now we're going to grab the inside die cut panel that is actually not die cut. This is going to be embossed. And I pulled, this is the embossing folder from the January 22nd. So I had it, it's a year old now. We can think happy birthday to you, to our lovely embossing folder. But it's the hearts. And it's really pretty. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to use it here. And I questioned the wisdom of using it. And I think we should still question it. Because, you know, the feeties dance. But I wanted to do it, so it's my card, so I do it my way. So give me a second. I'm going to spritz my cardstock with a bit of water just to get it to take. You know, just to take the embossing better. This is not a 3D one. This is just a regular embossing folder. But it does do a really beautiful job. Trust me, I've already tested it out. Okay, so we're going to do that. Is it more or less? It's not perfectly straight, which of course makes me twitch because I'm twitchy that way. But that's good enough. So we're going to run it through our Platinum 6. And it's for regular embossing folders, platform, the platform top, the embossing folder itself, and one of the cutting plates. So I'm using this cutting plate because I got a little bit warped, so I'm taking advantage. I'm using it at the top to straighten it, flatten it back out again. And we just roll it on through. And there's enough grip there that tells me, oh yeah, we got some embossing in there. So let's take that out. Give me a moment. And let's see. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Definitely love it. So give me a second, let me come back. I'm going to go ahead, take advantage, and emboss the other panels I need so I can get it done, and I'm going to put this away and get it out of my way. Embossed, And I'm going to go ahead and we are going to go ahead and adhere this to our back panel. And then we're going to pull out all the zillion little pieces out of that cube because I decided that was the one I wanted to work with. Instead of working with the first one, I'm working with the last one. So there you go. So that way the last one's always the last one. So we're going to make the last one the first one today. So that way its feelings aren't hurt and it doesn't feel unloved and forlorn. Because I am concerned about the feelings of completely inanimate objects. Wait, I'm telling you, I'm my own special crazy. Hence why I am the Mad Scrapper. Alrighty, so we're just going to center that again, a little tiny, and all I want to see is a little tiny smidge. Very smidgy. Oops, I think almost. Okay, so now we have this put together. Now we're going to come here. We're going to whip out bottles of glue and decide which glues I'm going to work with. This one, I don't think it merits the big bottle. I think I need the little bottle. And I'm pretty sure I cleared it, but just in case, let's be safe and let's go ahead and clear the bottle. Oh, see, yep, I see a hole at the other end. So, that's a good sign. And this guy should be good. Let's see, is it? Just in case, we're going to run this through too. Let's, do that. Oh, God, yeah, it was fine. Because this is my new bottle. I tossed the other one. I just, oh, come on, Myra. Get a grip. Right. Okay, so let's start putting this. There's a zillion little pieces in here. Gotta love, I really do. I love Spellbinders for their attention to detail because it's amazing. It makes me crazy, but it is amazing. So first we're going to do is put our little pink face, attach it to our pretty red heart. So, and believe it or not, guys, I'm going to do glue. I am not going to make myself nuts with tape today because I'm nutty enough. I am like an Almond Joy, bar. Remember that commercial? Some people feel like a nut, some don't. Yeah, I'm always a nut. There you go. So I am although Mounds are my favorite, I am an Almond Joy bar. Let's just leave it at that. Okay, so, my pretty, stay. Because I used the wrong glue. On this one, well, I did need a little bit, but I laid it down pretty good on the first try. So now we got that. So now... Okay, guys, so I'm ready to put this now all together. Let me get that little schmutzy stuff. Now, you saw I have all the spare parts here. They're extra die cuts, and I'm just going to put them in a Ziploc bag, and then I'm going to put them back into the die itself. So whenever I make this again, I already have some parts, but the other three will be made up. Now, these are foam dots that I picked up at Expo. I have had these for years, and I mean years, easily for 4 years at least, and I've never used them. And I wanted to have, I'm going to tell you what, guys, I tried and I found a punch, and I'll explain that really quickly. Did I leave it right here? I thought I did, because I wanted to show you guys. Oh, I don't see it. It was a 5/16 or 3/16. It was a small punch that made a dot that went in here inside perfectly. And then I just layered it several thick to avoid the foam, but it didn't let this dance enough. And I think partially it's this. So I had to go with the foam dot. So so this was the only size I mean, I either had that or microscopic. So now we are ready to adhere it to our card. So, you know, quite honestly, maybe I'm going to put it right on top. I'm going to put that foam dot probably on top of a heart. I don't think I can center this because I decided to put that. Okay, so let's go here. Maybe we're going to figure this out, because I have to, and maybe that's what I need to do first, is settle on where am I going to put the sentiment, right? So that's going to go here. And of course, I kind of sabotaged myself. Do you not see how I did that? But so I really have to use glue, because I have to put this, not only just center it on my card. That's not the hard part. It's that now I have a surface that's not just, you know, flat, which is what the sample does, because that person had her act together. But no, I have to be different. Yeah, take that, Mad Scrapper. So now I'm going to take the clogged bottle. Well, there's a surprise. I don't know why I'm taking a shorter pin when the one that's in there, it's longer. There we go. Let me just see, there's always glue on the end of my fingers, and it's because I do that. I wipe my flippin' lids with my hand. Oh, for Pete's sake. There we go. We're getting, I mean, not as much as I would like, but enough to get by. Okay, so we're going to put that back in there and real quick, and that should keep it from drying. So we're going to go with mine first. Mine. And we're just definitely going to pick up a lot of glue, because we have to lay this on the hearts. And we'll just go right there. There we go. And it's gluing down, so it's going to stay. We're going to be okay. And now let's do B. Again, nice generous coating of glue. And then let's put our B right there. And that looks not perfectly centered. Put that over there. But close enough. We're going to call that good. Now, I need to grab a new bleachy wipe. Okay, so now we're going to put, now we have to put our mechanism, and we're going to put it this way, otherwise you see all the dots and all that. We don't want to see the dots. But now I've got to figure out where exactly to put it, considering that I just did this heart. So, and actually, let me do this first. I need to add foam, my little foam pieces. So, where are my little foam rectangles? They should be right there. Of course they are not, because I need to find them. Hang on a second. I'm going to tell you something, guys. When you're recording a YouTube video, it always helps to turn the camera on. So I did find my roll of these guys, exactly where I had put it, not where I was looking for it, obviously. But so I went ahead and I put 3 rectangular dots right here. They're not, but my little rectangular foamies on here on the upper heart, because the mechanism is going to be down here, and on the sign. I went ahead and then figured out where I wanted, to put my heart. So, or my feet actually. So I put my foam dot on top of a heart, so it sits a little bit higher. And now all I have to do is pull off that lovely, lovely release paper that really is determined to stick. This one is like, it really likes its release paper. Its release paper doesn't release very well. There we go. This one wasn't so bad. Okay, so now all we have to do is now also remove the paper, my little release papers here. Come on, my pretties. This always is very easy, except if I'm doing it on camera. Then it takes several straps, just on pure principle. Okay. Come here, my pretty little girl. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. Not that I don't think it's going to glue down, but because it gives me a little coating to let me put this little heart down. So that's really the reason I put it down, because this cheap, inexpensive, whatever you want to call it, foam that I get at the 99-cent store is hellaciously sticky. Oh Lord, you better be knowing what you're doing, because if you stick it down and it doesn't want to stay, you're busting out undo. Just saying, not that I have any experience with that. Right. Okay, so you saw I already put my feet down here, and now I just need to lay this down and try to keep it from gluing to me. And there we go. One and done. Not bad. I'm a happy little camper. And look, there we go. We got little dancing feeties. Yay! Woohoo! So here you go, guys. This is our cute little dancing heart. I love it. It's so cute. Simple. Again, another simple one. But so cute, and I've been wanting to use it, so I dragged it out. So we'll see next year. We're down to the last one, so we'll see what comes out next year that I didn't get to use this year. So hopefully you like this. Hopefully you learned something from it. And if you didn't, it's okay. If I made you laugh, you enjoyed it, then by all means, guys, go ahead, throw me a thumbs up, drop me a note, say hi. I'm a little behind again on the notes, but I will get caught up again, because I try to reply to every one of you. I figure if you guys drop me a note, the least I can do is drop you a reply back. That is just pure manners. And so I'm going to leave it at that. If you want to see more of my madness, then by all means, subscribe and ding that bell, and you know when I will be back. Meanwhile, I'm going to leave you because I got to record another video right after this. So I'm going to let you guys go. Have a wonderful day or evening. Craft, make something beautiful, and don't ever forget, we're all a little mad here. So come, craft the madness with me, okay? I'm going to talk to you guys later. Bye!